Hey Chargers, welcome back to the Poetry Project. Bienvenidos otra vez al Proyecto de Poesía. Hoy estoy súper emocionada porque estamos acercando más y más y más cerca a la celebración de poesía. We're getting so close to our celebration. Today, what you're going to do is choose some of your favorite poems and revise them. That means make them better so that they're the most powerful they can be. Hoy lo que vas a hacer es escoger algunos de tus poemas favoritos que has escrito y revisarlos para que sean lo más poderosos posibles. Cuando revisamos un texto, quitamos algunas ideas, agregamos otras ideas o mezclamos todo hasta que lo podemos reescribir hasta que quede con la versión más poderosa. So when we revise something, we might smush it around and rewrite it or add a bunch of things to it or take some things away. It's a lot of manipulation and play with our words. Vamos a hacerlo en 4 pasos. We're going to find what we want to revise. We're going to power it up. We're going to play. And then at the end, I'm going to show you the rubrics that you could use. Entonces vamos a seguir 4 pasos. Vamos a encontrar lo que podemos revisar. Vamos a poner pilas para que sea súper poderoso. Vamos a jugar con las palabras, la estructura. Y al final del video te voy a mostrar algunas rúbricas que puedes usar. Did you see the picture I had on my paper of a lemon or a lime? I want you to imagine right now that you're biting into a whole lemon. What would your face look like? Muéstrame tu cara como si estuvieses mordiendo un limón. Muéstramela. Is it like, woo, super powerful? You can't even help but changing your face all around. We want this kind of super power to be in your poems para que el lector, cuando está leyendo tu poema, está impactado con el poder de tus palabras. So anything extra or watery, we're going to take out. El primer paso, encontramos lo que vamos a revisar. I'm going to show you how I do that first step now. So what I need to do is take out my writing notebook where I've been keeping all my writing, and I'm going to just review it. I'm going to reread it. I'm going to think, esto es algo que quiero compartir. Definitely my Paulo poem. I like that a lot. Oh, my frozen chocolate poem. I really want to share that. You know what? This poem that I wrote last time with you about the sleeping kitchen, I didn't like all of it, this one here, but I did find this like little jewel, just this line, dreaming dishes. A veces vas a encontrar una joya en solo una línea o una palabra. No tiene que ser el poema total, pero si encuentras una línea que te salta, que te inspira, sácalo para revisar. So I'm taking out all my work, and that is going to be in my first step. Now, what I need to do is power it up. So I need to use some different strategies to make this poem as powerful as it could be. So remember my poem about Paulo's birthday? Yes? This is what I wrote on the other side, which you haven't seen yet. It's about the different sounds of the ambulances and then the sounds of the birthday. Dice, no me gusta escucharlas, las ambulancias, porque me duele mucho adentro de mi cabeza, pero algo diferente, con ruidos diferentes, pasó ayer. Okay. Me voy a preguntar, is it really powerful or is it a little watery? I feel like there's a lot of words here. I'm going to work on taking out any extra words. Okay, entonces mira aquí, porque me duele mucho adentro de mi cabeza. Hay muchas palabras, it's very watery. I'm just gonna take out porque, I'm gonna make it me duele la cabeza. I'm taking out the watery words. Pero algo diferente, this is a lot of words too. I need to make it stronger. Voy a escribir solo ayer, ruidos diferentes. De todo lo que tengo escrito aquí, solo me voy a quedar con 3 palabras que resumen lo que quiero decir. Ayer, ruidos diferentes. So that's the first way to make our poems much more powerful and power them up. We take out any extra words, just like I did here. From all of this, I just have 3. Ayer, ruidos diferentes. Y queda mucho más impactante como un limón. Next, what I need to do is any of the words that are there, I need to examine them and make sure that they're exactly the right words for me. Entonces, voy a examinar esas últimas líneas de este poema para asegurarme que son las palabras exactas que quiero incluir. So I really want to make sure that each word here is the exact word, that it's honest, precise, that it matches what my emotion is. All summer's heat now in my chest. Thanks, Mom. This is the part where I really want to be showing, not telling, about the love that I have for Mom. And right here, now in my chest, it's like not so precise. I think I'm going to change it to an action word, like heating my chest. That's more action word. That's more showing, not telling. But I can't say all summer's heat, heating my chest. That sounds weird. Lo voy a cambiar. All summer's sun. That's even like alliteration. Now I'm going to read it out loud to myself. All summer's sun heating my chest. Ooh, me gusta esto mucho más. I like this version a lot better. I have the exact words that I want, and I changed them a little bit. I also want to remember every time I can to show, not tell. You already know how to do that, but that's a way to really power up your poem. So, my loves, we've found the poem, we've powered it up, and now we're going to play. Do you remember how I told you that I found this seed of a poem that I really liked, this little jewel here where I said dreaming dishes? Well, what I tried to do was take that idea of dreaming dishes y hacer un poema de una estructura, primero de lista, una lista, y intenté usar aliteración, mismo sonido, y personificación, cualidades de un humano en un objeto. And look what I got from my idea of dreaming dishes. Want to read it with me? 1, 2, 3. Dreaming dishes, sleeping salt, waking water, tired towel, sleepy sponge, good morning kitchen, yawning yum. This was my poem from that idea of dreaming dishes as a list. Pero como estoy revisando, jugué un poquito más con la estructura y intenté hacer la misma idea, pero en forma de conversación y usando la perspectiva de los platos. I imagined like a conversation between the things in my kitchen and my mom, because we're cooking a lot right now. And so this is what I tried to do. I'm showing you how I did the same idea with different structures. Vamos a mirar esta de cerca. So I tried to do repetition, personification, point of view. This person here, this is my mom talking, and then I made the kitchen talking. So, despiértense, estamos cansados de secar. Despiértense, estamos cansados de lavar. Despiértense, estamos cansados de mezclar. Yo también. Seamos equipo, es un trato. Es un trato. So, poets, I've just showed you how you can play with different structures by rewriting your poem, maybe as a list, maybe as a conversation. The last thing I want to remind you of is that we can use rubric. So all of these pictures have been behind me this whole time that I've been recording the videos, and I want to remind you that you might zoom in on one of them to make your poem better. Quizás vas a mejorar tu visión de poeta, or your senses. Quizás quieres enfocar mucho en el ritmo y la musicalidad de tu poema. Or maybe in a very strong feeling. These are the 4 different options. And you're not going to do them all, but at the end, when you're done reviewing, decide, what am I really trying to show, and make sure that it's as strong as it can be. Am I trying to do poet's vision? Then I shouldn't just say what it is. I should zoom in like a scientist y buscar las descripciones exactas. And then I can see it like a poet, estirando comparaciones, usando personificación, comparando dos cosas. Am I focused on my senses? Then I really want to exaggerate them and make them come alive. Quiero exagerar los sentidos. Quiero usar estrategias diferentes para lograr que el lector siente todo lo que estoy sintiendo, que lo escuche, que lo huela. I'm going to combine actions and adjectives and senses. Quiero que la música de mi poema no sea así como mucho ruido. Quiero que tenga un patrón. Pam, 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 pam. I want the music of my poem to use a few different strategies. Or maybe my poem is about feelings. I don't want it to be empty. I don't even just want to name my feeling. I'm happy, I'm sad, me siento frustrado, me siento triste. I want to fill up the jar. Quiero llenarlo como si fueran las luciérnagas y usar estrategias para lograr que el lector siente lo que estoy sintiendo. So poets, you're ready to revise. You're going to have pictures of all the rubrics to help you. Find the poem you want to revise or the part of poem, power it up, play, and take a look at the rubric. Estoy súper emocionada a ver lo que van a hacer. See you next time.